From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening and welcome into News Channel 15. I'm Eli Grimes filling in for Kyle Peach tonight. Here's a look at what's going on. The Wayne County Sheriff's deputies and Fairfield police made several arrests in Fairfield following the execution of two separate search warrants. Tuesday, at the residence of 39-year-old Attila J. Caldwell in Fairfield, officers recovered two handguns, a shortened sawed-off shotgun, numerous rounds of ammunition, meth, and drug paraphernalia. Caldwell was arrested at the scene. He faces preliminary charges of unlawful possession of a weapon, possession of meth, and of drug paraphernalia. Thursday, authorities executed a search warrant at the home of Jerry W. Carter in the city of Fairfield. During the search, meth and drug paraphernalia were located. 5 individuals were taken into custody as a result of the investigation, including the 65-year-old Jerry Carter, 56-year-old Tracy M. Carter, 47-year-old Lonnie L. Griffith, 49-year-old Michael A. Vaughn, and 49-year-old Ronald Dunlap, all of Fairfield. All were charged with possession of meth. Dunlap was also arrested on a warrant for contempt and possession of meth. All suspects were transported to the Wayne County Jail pending further court investigation. The investigation is also ongoing. In other news, a high-speed chase in White County yesterday. This after a sheriff's deputy attempted to stop a vehicle with suspended registration. The vehicle fled at a high rate of speed, with speeds reaching up to 90 miles per hour. The chase was terminated due to the excessive speed and dangerous driving, but the deputy followed at a safe speed and distance. As the vehicle sped along county roads, the deputy saw bags with a white substance thrown out. The vehicle proceeded onto Illinois Highway 14 and entered the city of Carmi, where Carmi police deployed spike strips as the vehicle entered the city. The strips successfully deflated the car's tires, but the driver continued through Carmi and back onto county roads before finally stopping on Illinois Highway 14 near the Wabash River Bridge. That driver, Misty Ritchie, and the passenger, Carson Horton, were ultimately taken into custody. During the investigation, narcotics and ammunition were recovered along the route the vehicle traveled, including over 26 grams of crystal meth, along with 28 rounds of ammunition. Ritchie is charged with aggravated fleeing and eluding, unlawful use of property, possession of 15 to 100 grams of meth, reckless driving, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of cannabis, and resisting arrest. Horton is being charged with obstructing justice, possession of 15 to 100 grams of meth, unlawful use of property, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of cannabis. Horton was also served with a parole violation warrant. Both were taken to the White County Jail. Moving on to area arrest reports, 2 White County warrant arrests were made on Wednesday. Charles Wenzel was arrested on a 2023 theft warrant after missing his court date in the case back on February 11th. He was released from custody after a hearing was set for May 4th. In a separate case, Reginald Brown of Burnt Prairie was arrested on a warrant for violating sex offender registration. Wayne County Crime Stoppers is offering a reward for information leading to the person or persons responsible for stealing copper wire from local water irrigation systems. Kurt Frederick reports that copper had been removed from 5 separate water systems in the area. Anyone with information is urged to call or text Crime Stoppers at 618-842-9777. All tips can remain anonymous. Judge says that timeline will depend on whether this is from a different story. We'll just keep rolling right on along. Moving on to school board news. More from the District 348 school board meeting this week in Mount Carmel. In personnel matters, the board accepted resignations from Levi Johnson as assistant baseball coach and Aaron Warnkin as softball coach. Jessica Auke was hired as part-time cook at the grade school. Mark Zimmerman was hired as high school assistant girls track coach. Elliot Laws was hired as high school assistant boys track coach. Xander Willis and Gary Jones were hired as high school assistant baseball coaches, and Patrick Donnell was hired as junior high boys track coach. After months of planning, the Lawrence County Unit 20 School Board has taken another key step in a major facilities improvement project. The board, after hearing from a passed a resolution for the issuance of approximately $10 million in general obligation school bonds to help finance the projects. That work will include geothermal HVAC at Parkside Elementary School, interior and exterior door replacement at Parkview Junior High, bathroom remodeling also at Parkview, and electrical and other work at the vocational shop at Lawrenceville High School. The initial phases of the project could begin as soon as next month. The board will meet in a special session on Friday, February 27th to conduct walkthroughs of the district buildings to be affected. The Jasper County School Board met this week in Newton. The board amended the 25-26 school calendar, showing the district's use of all emergency days and listing the last day of school for this school year as Friday, May 22nd. They also approved a co-op agreement with the St. Thomas School for sports, including cross country, girls basketball, and girls softball for both the 26-27 and 27-28 school years. The board also approved an increase in sports officials' pay at Jasper School Junior High for next school year. The board then discussed policies for extracurricular activity during school closing. After an executive session, it approved the expulsion of a student for a period of 2 years. It approved a resolution authorizing Robbins Schwartz to file an assessment complaint regarding the Newton Power Station, and approved a resolution authorizing intervention in proceedings before the Jasper County Board of Review and Illinois Property Tax Appeal Board by legal counsel. In personnel, it accepted resignations from John Liddy as NCHS biology and agriculture teacher. It approved the resignation of assistant football coach and FFA assistant advisor, and from Scott Larson as district cook, and agreed to hire Lori Zumbalon as NCHS special education teacher. Out of White County, the White County Board met on Wednesday and approved a 3% raise increase for County Clerk Casey Heil, Treasurer Mike Baxley, and Assessor Gary Baxley. In addition, Heil and Baxley were approved for a $6,500 stipend and Baxley a $3,000 performance-based stipend. The board also approved nuisance complaints for homes at 1475 and 1445 Highway 45 south of Enfield, both burnt houses at risk of collapse with debris and trash in the yards. The matter now goes to the White County Sheriff's Department, where they will investigate and determine whether violations are occurring. Out of Lawrence County has a new animal control officer. Wednesday, the Lawrence County Board announced that Reagan Thacker had been hired for the position. She is from Albany and takes over for Maggie Carter, who was terminated January 20th. Thacker was among 4 candidates interviewed for the job. She will begin her new duties on Monday, March the 9th. That's a look at news. Stick around. I've got your weather forecast coming up next, and then a look at sports. Stay with us.
You're going to love the great deals at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get 0% financing and $7,000 off Ram 1500s or Lisa Pacifica for $399 a month. See the deals at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. President's Day savings are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new Jeep Compass for only $379 a month, or lease a 2026 Wrangler for $359 a month. Save a bunch of Benjamins and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending, with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Let's talk weather. As you can see on our radar today, nothing to speak of compared to what we saw yesterday. Nothing to worry about today. Clear skies expected throughout the rest of today and into the weekend. As we put your almanac on for today, we saw a high of 45 degrees, a low of 34, and just over 1/4 inch of rain in the last 24 hours. There's your normals and records there on the screen. As we move into your forecast for tonight into the weekend, Pretty clear conditions expected for the most part. We do see a chance of some scattered showers moving through our area on Saturday, as you will see here in a second. A system there to our southeast, but not expected to affect us in any way. There's those scattered shower chances that move throughout our northern counties, so can't rule out a possible stray shower here and there. And then that wintry mix to our north, again, maybe expected to hit a little bit of our northern viewing area, but nothing down our way. As we move into the low for tonight into Saturday morning, mostly in the high 20 to low 30 range. You see 31 there in Albion, 32 in Mount Carmel, and then the more north you go, the colder it gets, 27 up there in Effingham. Moving into the highs for tomorrow on Saturday, going to be mostly in that low 40 range. They do show a wintry mix chance there on the screen. I don't buy that. We're looking pretty clear weather-wise. But again, mostly in that low to mid 40 range for the highs on Saturday. And Saturday night into Sunday morning, you're going to see lows in the low to mid 20s as that cold front comes through, knocking down the temperatures. It's going to be, again, mostly in the low to mid 20 range, 25 there down in Carmi. And on Sunday, barely going to get into the 30s, 34 there in Albion, 35 in Mount Carmel, and 32 in Newton and Effingham up there to our north. Looking at your extended forecast for the weekend, it is going to be sunny. However, again, the cold front coming through, knocking down those temperatures. Say goodbye to that early spring that we enjoyed earlier in the week. The temperature is dropping once again, mostly going to be in the 30 range, but again, you see 43 on Saturday, 42 on Tuesday, and some windy conditions might even make that feel a bit colder than what we've had in the last few days. And your lows, again, going to be in the 30s, 20s, and even down into the teens Sunday night through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. But the temperature rises back up into the 50s starting on Wednesday, and a chance for rain can't be ruled out starting on Wednesday of next week. That's your forecast. Sports is next.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school, and today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here, and so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision for me.
Welcome back. Time to take a look at sports in high school basketball. Regional champions were crowned last night in girls high school basketball. In Class 2A at Mount Carmel, the host Lady Aces won their own regional 46-23. Also in 2A at El Dorado, Alney knocked off Carmi by a score of 50-42. And in Class 1A at Blueford Weber, Edwards County beat Woodlawn 61-54. Alney advances to play Paris at home in the sectional on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, as Paris won their own regional over Effingham 55-51. Mount Carmel will play Teotopolis in Alney Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. D-Town won their own regional over Robinson 32-20 last night, and Edwards County will meet Cesar-Valier at the Wayne City 1A sectional Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. We'll have coverage from next week's sectional for you on the NFHS network. That does it for sports and our newscast tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. From myself, Eli Grimes, and Kyle Peach, and for all of us here at News Channel 15, have a great night.